it's funny you say that because I did send out a tweet today that was just like asking guys about like what their like standard work is with nudes, essentially. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you save them? Do you have any saved of me or my friend?
Welcome to Allegedly with your hosts, Katie and Dakota.
Hey, what's up?
What's poppin'?
So, Dakota and I are video chatting for the first time while recording the pod. So I can just, I can just see every little move he's making, and it's just tickling my little heart.
Oh, love that.
How's it going, Dak?
It's going really good. How are you?
Good. It's going well. We've got a great episode ahead regarding ghosting and all things ghosting in the pandemic.
Oh,
But
shit.
but before we get into that, I think I always just love to hop in and say, please promote us. Like, we're doing the Lord's work out here. So I feel like you guys should help us out, promote us, share us on your Instagram story, share us with your grocery attendant, whoever. Just share us. So I feel like you should really help us out because we're helping you guys out with doing this every single week for you.
Yeah, I think
So with that,
I think pretty frequently a lot of people are requesting podcasts on their Instagram stories. So anytime that happens, you need to slide into their DMs and just give us a little shout out.
yeah, totally. I will pay you $5.
I won't.
Well, one of us is retired,
Remember,
so
one of us is employed, one of us is not.
absolutely. Yeah, so anyways, please just, help a sister out, help your local sister, and help allegedly, just in general. Other than that, do you want to like hop in with a little van life update? I feel like you have something exciting to share with the class.
I have something very exciting. I would say like the first phase of my project is done, which is like we've been in a full sprint like since we got the van.
Truly.
Right. So I think what I just wanted to do first was get the floor in because I think if I'm gonna go camp in a metal box, like I told the builders when I took my van away from them, I at least want something like on the ground, not just like laying on a metal box. So now that I have the wood floor, she feels a lot homier now.
I love that. Honestly, when I saw the wood floor, I was like, "Oh, she's fancy." Like
I
I was
know.
picturing some shaggy carpet.
No, carpet's terrible. Imagine me hiking in the mud and then going into like some shaggy carpet and stuff.
Yeah, that's very true.
Also, van life 101, moisture is the enemy.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Right.
For when I build my future van.
Yeah, so I've just basically like sealed the bottom. I put insulation in a lot of the cracks. I ruined my driver's seatbelt because I put so much insulation in this like random hole. So we have a little appointment with the Ford dealer tomorrow to go fix that because like it is completely broken, like unusable.
Oh,
Right.
you hate to see it. You truly do.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know
Okay.
what's next. Like I've been on a full sprint there. I might put up some stuff to maybe put a wall in it. I have like a lot of batteries coming, a fridge coming. My favorite new idea that I have is and I'm not sure if you saw it, I put like fake green grass over in the driving compartment. You don't
Yeah, I
like
have
that?
some questions.
So I have this
Are
picture
you
that's
building
in.
a garden?
Yes. So I think like think about it. If you're trying to make this like van tiny home, the driving area is kind of like an eyesore to try to give it that aesthetic. So now what I'm gonna do, which I had black carpet in there before, so it was just showing a bunch of dirt. But now that
Okay.
I put the green there, I just spent like a lot of money on Amazon getting fake plants. I'm gonna put like these succulents, like a bunch of stuff all over the place. Like in the cup holders, like imagine Bretman Rock's patio in the driving area and it's
You're
gonna
gonna
be
have
so funny.
the plant of the day
Yeah.
in in your van. That's amazing. Okay, well now that I know the direction with that, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Wait till you see it. Like I promise you, of all the things that I'm doing, like you know how like all these stupid vans are being shared all over Pinterest and stuff, like that's gonna be my moment.
Totally. I can't wait. And you're gonna have to later in the episode plug where we can see all that action.
Love that. Love a
I
little
can't wait.
setup.
We can't wait.
But
We
I'm not
can't
gonna say
wait.
it now. I'm not gonna say it now.
Click, clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. Okay,
But
well, is that all the van life updates you've got?
that's all we got so far. 1 week in, 1 week good.
Cool. Well,
What's going on with you? How's your skin? How's your lips? How's everything?
the skin is breaking out. The lips are plump. um, all around, we're doing good. We're doing great. And I have a little bit more to share, but it really fits in well with the theme of this episode, which is about being ghosted. So, why don't we just dive right in?
Let's dive right in. I'm a
Okay.
swimmer.
We love that for you. So this week we want to talk a little bit about being ghosted in a pandemic and like what that kind of means for us, because I feel like being ghosted is obviously never fun. Like when you think about all the times that you have texted someone and they just don't follow up, or they say, I'll text you tomorrow, and they just never do again. Like they may be lost somewhere in a forest. We don't know. Like that's not fun. But being ghosted in a pandemic when you literally no one is doing anything is just like the lowest of the low. And I have a lot of questions as to what that means about me or anyone else who gets ghosted during a pandemic because like what a rough life. So I think before we kind of go into like unpacking that, I can give a little backstory on where I kind of thought about this. So I've been ghosted multiple times in the pandemic. At first, I thought I hadn't been, and then I realized like a bitch has been ghosted 5,000 times in the
Really?
last in the last 2 months. And so then I started just getting a little insecure because I think that I'm really great, and so um, yeah. So my first ghosting moment, and I don't really know if I consider this a ghost
Like
really
during the
because
pandemic or like your first ever?
during the pandemic.
Okay, I
Oh
was
dear
like, oh,
Lord.
she's telling us about her first time.
No, I don't remember my first time,
I don't
but
think I do either.
that would be kind of like tragic. No, so my first ghosting in the pandemic, I don't know if I would consider this like a true ghosting because I wasn't trying to slide in. But so he had a friend pass away. And so I was trying to be nice because,
Mm,
like, I saw all over Twitter, like, I saw his friends posting about it on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. So I'm like, I'll just reach out and be like, hey, like, I hope you're doing okay. I'm really sorry for your loss, you
mm-hmm.
know? And like I was literally just trying to be nice. It's not like I was trying to be like, "Hey, hit me up. Like let me bond over like this terrible event," you
Right.
know? And he didn't reply at all. So I was just like, wow, okay. So that's what I mean to that one. So that was the
Mm.
first ghosting. The second ghosting was
Did you
just,
think, I mean, sometimes when stuff like that goes down, people get a lot of text, you know?
yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like, and maybe it's because I DM'd it on Twitter. Like, maybe that's just
Yeah, that was,
not this.
I DM'd it on Twitter. I saw it was seen and he didn't reply. Yeah, that was
Okay,
probably not
maybe,
the way to do it.
yeah, like maybe it was just not the spot, but like, also kind of rude, you know? Like,
Didn't hit the spot.
I just felt like I was being very kind and courteous, and I got no response. So
Are
rude.
Twitter DMs lit? Like sidebar, is that like a
No,
thing? Okay.
no. But like, I think it was maybe he had like just retweeted something about it, and so it made me think of it, and so I just like shot a quick DM. You know?
Can I do a double sidebar?
Sure.
Is Twitter becoming the place to like hoe out now?
Well, it just depends on the
You know what I mean though?
situation.
Like I feel like Twitter is becoming like politics or like only fan vibes, you know?
So I would fight that, but I threw out a poll today asking if
If you
asking
should
if
tell me.
No, we
Do we
know
have
I
to share
should.
one? Should we have
We
shared one?
allegedly with Katie and Dakota now launching an
50-50.
OnlyFans.
We'll split it 50-50.
I love that. I've got some photos in my hidden file that I can definitely upload. Sorry,
Oh,
Mom.
that's
No,
hilarious.
no, but I did send. It's funny you say that because I did send out a tweet today that was just like asking guys about like what their like standard work is with nudes, essentially. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you save them? Do you have any saved of me or my friends?
That's a great.
Yeah, so we got some yes votes on saved of me or my friends, so that's just
Oh, wow,
fantastic.
really? Oh,
It's
wow.
just fantastic, yeah. But like I didn't say just of me, it was me or my friends. So I'm choosing to believe they have them of my friends.
That's crazy.
Because my sweet mom that's listening, I would never do something so dirty like that.
Yeah. I would never
Um
send something like that.
I rise above it. So so anyways, yeah, I don't know. Twitter I guess is kind of lit, but it's just random stuff. Like people are
Right.
either really mad or really sexual,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's what I'm starting to pick up now that I'm back on the Twitter. I'm like seeing that a lot, you know?
Yeah, it's just like one or the other, but there's no in between. It's not like, hey guys, like
You got
what?
to choose a lane.
it's it's
There's no
it's
gray.
it is not. Hey guys, what coffee should I order today? It's like, hey guys, should I go S a D today, or am I hating on Donald Trump? Like,
Right.
there's not an in between. So anyways, that was a long sidebar. So we're just gonna like bring it on back. Um, my other ghosting situation is very new. Just started talking to this guy that I've known since high school. And we started talking literally a week ago, like 6 days ago. And twice within those 6 days, he at nighttime has been like, okay, I'll text you tomorrow. And then
Like he fell asleep? Okay.
and then the next day, I am sitting next to my phone all day long. And does he send a text? No.
I hate when people do that.
Me too. It
When they're
just
like,
makes
hey,
me
I'm gonna do this. Like your word is the only thing you have is your word, Katie girl.
your 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 word is Bible. So the thing about it is like, don't, if you're not going to text me, do not tell me. I will
Do not.
text you tomorrow. And here's the thing about it. So the first time he did it, I was kind of fine with it because the next day I was busy. And so I was just like, okay, it's fine. Like, would it be great if he texted me? Yeah. But if not, it's not a big deal. So that was fine. The second time he did it, like that night, whenever he said, like, I'll text you tomorrow, I knew he was sober. So I knew, I knew he knew what he was committing to. And then he did not text me the next day. My horoscope, my little co-star popped up with a notification. And it gives you like your advice of the day or something. And it says,
The ocean meter was
literally,
going off.
no, this is like the craziest thing. My co-star tells me text them first, and he had not texted me all day, and I'm like, fuck no, I'm not texting them first. I didn't do it. I took a screenshot because I was about to send it to him and be like, well, since you aren't gonna do this,
You should have.
my horoscope told me to do it. But
The
then
stars had to intervene.
so here's the thing. He texted me because that was yesterday that he was supposed to text me. He texted me today, and yesterday he had his little Android, so I was getting green text messages.
Oh, he
And I
has an
was
Android?
6 days ago he did, and I was roasting him for it. Guess what? Today he has an iPhone.
Oh, wow. He stepped up because of you?
So I was giving him a lot of crap. I'm like, wow, that's nice to know that you bought an iPhone all because of me.
That's
And
like
he's like,
a.
he was saying this whole thing about like how his work has Macs, so it's just easier. And I'm like, that's not even a thing. Like, you bought an iPhone because of me.
That's crazy. That's funny. That's impressive.
Yeah, so I've got
The
Mad Game.
influence of it all.
I'm an influencer. I've got Mad Game. It's not a big deal. But he did kind of technically ghost me twice in 1 week.
I mean, how many strikes do you get? 3? Is this baseball?
Well, so here's what I was gonna say to him, because today, whenever he texted me and he was like, he addressed it right away and was like, I know that I didn't text you yesterday, but I just couldn't bear sending you another green text message. I committed
He
that I
said
was,
that?
yeah, he goes, I committed that I wasn't gonna talk to you again until I could text you in the blue. And so,
And out of the blue.
so I was like, okay, fine. But now I'm like, if this man ever tells me he's gonna text me tomorrow again and doesn't text me, what excuse do you have now? You've got blue text messages.
You need to
And
tell him
we
to
are,
turn his read receipts on.
and the thing is, we are in the queue. So it's like, you're not doing anything, you're working at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what do you think on ghosting in the pandemic?
I think it's kind of hard to say, you know what I mean? Because, I like to try to look at things both sides. So when it comes down to the pandemic, I kind of think everyone's routine has just changed, you know? So, like, for me, I have found myself in days where, like, if I'm having like a Netflix day, because you're at home, then like
Okay.
sometimes I'm uninterrupted, like I can't be interrupted. Like it's nothing but snacks and movies.
I just like so disagree.
I
It's
think it's
like,
just I don't know, it's weird. I think time is like kind of different now. And I think so this is the only reason why maybe, my experience is like a professional experience is because I quit my job. So like everything as far as time has like definitely changed the way that like I spend time on my phone, the way that I spend time like trying to do something to like better myself. Everything is kind of like been adjusted to where I feel like when I got a text, if I was like busy with something that I didn't want to do, then I would be able to like respond and like really put my energy in that. So like if I was at work and I got a text, I'd be like, "Ooh, something exciting is happening right now." Like I'm getting in on that. But then if something already exciting is happening, because like I dictate my entire day completely, then I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, okay, like I'll get back to this whenever like I'm not enjoying me time all the time. You know what I mean?
hmm, that's interesting. I just feel like the men that I'm talking to are just not as elite as you, and they're not working on themselves. So so it's just like, if you by chance are listening to this podcast episode and you are trying to get it with Katie Elizabeth,
Mhm.
you better text me back. Like,
I would say though, like
we're in a no-go situation.
I think that if you're pursuing someone else or like if you're even like putting a line out there, like it sounds like the situation may be, I don't know, I like don't understand why you wouldn't make an effort, especially if you're just like sometimes whenever I'm in a situation like that and I'm not really responsive, I'm just like, oh, I'm not a phone conversationalist. Like that's not my strong point. Like wait till you
And
see me in person.
he has said that to me.
Okay, so
But it's
that's
just
red flag
like,
number one, red flag, because I use
but
that one
it's
all the
just like,
time.
but it's just like, not really like as an excuse. It was just more in conversation, like him just saying like,
Mm,
I'm not good
well,
at
that's
social
good.
media. He's like, I'm just not very good at social media, I don't get technology, like whatever. And I'm just like, how hard is it really? And then I'm
It's
like,
not hard, but he had a Motorola.
so you're right.
So, like, he is really unaware.
He honestly, his texts are green, and like you would think that means he has an Android. He probably had a singular flip phone. Like, let's be real.
He's T9 in all the way over you. That's why it's taking him so
He's
damn long.
he's hitting that number 3 times just to get to the letter C.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
but
think
okay.
that it's hard to say. Like I think if you're being self-reflective on you and if he's interested or not, this is like a really weird time for something like that to like get get like a reading back, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I just
Cuz
kind
how do
of
you
like,
how do you like advance it? Cuz it's like when normally in a situation like this you'd be like, "Hey, should we hang out? Like you want to go get dinner?" But if it's all just phone stuff, then it's just like, I don't know.
well, yeah. I mean, like he's definitely like asked, and he's been like, hey, like I'm just trying to get you to hang out with me in person, like he's
Mm.
definitely thrown that out there, which is great to know that, but it's like, while we're in the queue and we're virtual, like, please don't ghost me.
Mm.
And so then it makes me kind of be like, am I just ugly? Do I have a bad personality? Like, it makes me go through all these like questions.
Well, here's the thing, Katie girl. We
You
all
can never,
know.
excuse me, you can never, when I say, am I ugly, you can't pause and say, here's
No,
a.
this is. I'm literally about to feed you the best compliment ever. Don't interrupt the compliment. I was about to
Okay, let
say.
me pause for a cause.
So, like, think about it. If all of this is virtual, like, and you guys haven't met in person, we all know that
Yeah,
Insta game, that Insta edit, that Insta filter, all those little moves you're making on there, like, we know that you don't look ugly online.
those are money moves.
Right. So if like everything's been virtual, unless you guys are like FaceTiming or something like that, like you should be in the gold.
Are you saying once they see the unedited version? Hey, everyone who's listening,
No.
just mind you, Dakota and I are on FaceTime right now, and he is telling me I'm ugly. So
Baby, no.
if you are checking out my Instagram and you see all my cute filtered, face-tuned, smoothed out photos, please know Dakota is here to inform you that she is busted.
Oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Or at
Yeah,
least
no,
trying to express.
yeah, I feel that. Okay.
Because I mean,
So
like, yeah, like what is there to be disappointed by whenever there's nothing that, you know?
that's true. That's true. It's like, well, but I also, in my case, I feel like I've got a little bit of an aggressive personality. So I will say whatever. And like, he just may not be ready for,
Right. I
you
like
know?
that though. That I think that's the approach. Like people who aren't ready for that are just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know where their mind is. Like we say what we
I'm
want and we're thinking.
exactly. And
And
so
there's
then I'm
nothing
just
wrong with
like,
that. There's no need to ever forgive that.
that is so true. Honestly, that's so true. So have you been ghosted in the queue? What's going on?
No, no ghost things over here. Nothing but good
Wow.
things happening over here in the queue. What are you calling
Well,
it? The queue? What is that? What is that?
quarantine.
I didn't know. Oh,
Just
like the queue.
in the
I love
queue,
that.
the quarantine. I just feel like calling it the queue is like you're not giving energy to the COVID, Miss Rona, Miss Ronita, whatever you want to call her. You're just saying in the queue. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like the letter Q. I feel like it's easier, it's quicker. And I feel like she's kind of cute and fun to call her the Q.
She is. Okay, so in the quarantine.
Yeah.
No, nothing but good things happening on this end.
Wow, so happy.
I think
Thrilled for you.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we don't have any ghostings happening. No ghost is sighted
Wow.
yet.
Do you can you think of, like, I'm putting you on the spot, but can you think of any times that you were ghosted and it was really bad, just to like make me feel a little better?
I can think of times where like yeah, I can think of times where I even feel like I was like in a like pretty advanced stage of like talking or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then someone just disappeared.
And you're
You know
just
what I
like,
mean?
you're like, are you sick, are you okay, like what's going on?
Yeah, they just like were gone forever. Like
Oh
so
geez.
no like for like a week and then they bounced back a week later and we're just like, "Hey, my phone broke," or something like that. Like it's always something with the damn phones, ain't it?
It's always the cell phones.
But
We're
yeah, I think that happened and then I was like, okay, I think this is the thing with me and maybe it's happened before and I was just like, oh, this person like I'm glad that they went away. Because typically
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like if
true.
there's someone that like I'm really pressing, then I don't know, I haven't felt where someone just like slipped away that I was like, oh shit, I was really pressing it. Because people that ghosted me are people typically that like I put out a line for the first time and I was just like, this is a stretch, but we're just gonna kind of see. And then like I don't consider that ghosting, just not even being acknowledged
That's
in the first place. So that's kind
that's
of where I
true.
typically fall, not being acknowledged, or it's just like, oh, like we're both mutually over each other, you know?
That's so true. I feel
You
that.
know?
Like,
But I think so to go back to the one where I was like pretty deep into one and then I got ghosted, it just seemed like they like kind of disappeared or they didn't want to like be the bearer of bad news and just be like, hey, like I don't want to continue
got
this. So
it.
they just slipped away. But then I think for me, like returning to a situation like that, I think because I don't really have much of a capability of lying aggressively, you know? So when people
Yeah.
say something like to me towards just like, oh no, this happened. No, my phone broke. Oh no, like I fell down in the shower or something stupid, you know? It's like, oh, I believe that. Like, I wouldn't lie, so I'm not receiving a lie, you know?
they're like, oh, I'm so sorry I got lost in the mountains for 75 days, but I'm back now. And you're like, okay, sounds good.
It's like I was
Glad.
worried sick.
I'm so glad you found your way back.
Yeah, I can think of like a situation. I can think of times where like I definitely let that get to the better of me, but I think I still think my like um my ratios are all good. Like I'm not concerned with any of that, you know?
Okay, I'm super happy for you. Like, because we're just on completely different spectrums of this. Like, she is a serial ghosty. These
But I
past
think that
few
you also
years.
put out more lines than me.
Oh, I fully do. I'm
Yeah.
aggressive. She's an
Well,
Aries. She's an Aries. She's aggressive. She's
I
just
like to
like,
say quality over quantity,
yeah,
just to like boost me myself a little bit.
yeah. I clearly have been more about the quantity than quality. Oh, she's greedy.
Huge quantity, girl.
she, she's real greedy. She's real greedy. Oh my god.
That's
Wait.
so
Okay.
funny.
So, kind of to sum all this ghosting situation up, for anyone who is consistently being ghosted in the pandemic and they're just like at home chilling, being ghosted by someone who's like playing video games and like really doing nothing, what advice do you have for them?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the
Because
people listening.
no, I'm asking you, what advice do you have for them because you don't get ghosted?
Move on.
Oh, okay. Okay,
You
you
know,
heard
like
it.
I think that you kind of have to. I think that if someone's not giving you that same like energy that you were putting in and you're just being disappointed, then like you're just prolonging your disappointment.
Wow, that's actually, I should take that advice. That's really great advice. You're
But
right.
I did read something somewhere that I sometimes think of because like, you know, we think we're the best at everything is
Totally.
I don't know where I read it or like what it was trying to like express it like with whatever setting it was in, but like
Hmm.
you can never be mad at someone for not doing something the way that you would do it. You know what I mean? So like if
Um,
you would do but like maybe this doesn't apply to a text conversation, but like it's like you shouldn't be mad at someone for doing something differently than the way that you would do it.
okay, we could maybe consider that with like squats or shoulder presses. Like, if someone's not doing that as much weight as me, I can't judge them for that. But if we're talking, hey,
Relationship stuff,
hello,
then yeah, move on.
hey, hello, how's it going? Not much, you, versus, hey, nothing. Like, yeah, they should probably start doing it how I do.
hmm
Be
I
a little
think
social.
I think the only options that you have are move on and three options. I'm gonna add another one. Move on. Don't be mad or disappointed. Like don't waste your like energy on being sad over it. And
Okay.
then the last one is take matters into your own hands. So like just have a better conversation rather than just like, hey, so what are you doing now? What's gonna be for dinner? And then like what's
Okay.
gonna be your
Yeah, like,
bedtime
I
television
feel
show?
that.
And then what's
Like,
gonna be for breakfast?
I guess like be interesting.
Yeah, don't talk about the moment always talk about maybe just like a topic,
And
if
then
that makes
and then
sense.
also like maybe once or twice, I guess, throw in like plans for after the queue. So it's like you've set those plans. If you don't talk again because it gets kind of weird and boring, then it's like, hey, when the queue is up, you can pop in and be like, so about our plans to go eat tacos together or whatever,
I love that.
Okay, I feel that. All right. Well, now I feel like I'm not going to be ghosted anymore because I'm just not going to care.
Don't
I'm just
care. Don't get
I'm
mad
just
about it, and just have a
miss
better
moving
conversation.
I'm just miss moving on, as Fifth Harmony would say.
I miss Fifth Harmony.
We love that. Are they like Fourth Harmony at this point? I'm not really sure.
I don't know. I thought they were maybe gonna have a show. Maybe I'm getting confused with the shows, like people trying to add to their band, like Black Eyed Peas and Fifth Harmony. Maybe it's all just a lie.
Mm,
But
okay.
I
Okay.
heard
I
Making the
feel that.
Band is coming back. Side note,
Oh, a little Danity Kane action.
if if you're not excited about that, then you don't know Danity Kane. And we in show stuff,
We in the car. We
we
ride
ride
slow.
slow.
We doing things that the girls don't do.
The boys stare.
We snap.
That was
All
so
right.
good.
I feel like that like kind of sums up the ghosting situation though at this point. So,
I'd say so.
um yeah, so please let us know what you think. Like, have you been ghosted? What are you doing when you're ghosted in a pandemic? Are you crying at home or are you miss moving on? Let us know on our Instagram. Let us know by reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. Rate us 5 stars. Also, do us a solid. Follow our Instagram at allegedly Katie Dakota. Follow Dakota at Dakota Etheridge. Follow me at kt.hen. And we teased this a little bit about at the beginning, but Dakota, share with us what's coming up for you.
So, because I'm retired and because I'm starting my van life adventures, I'm gonna start really popping in on that YouTube and trying to get like a little van build videos, travel videos. Like I already did travel videos just for funsies whenever I would vacation and stuff. I think you've done a similar thing. But like if all
Totally.
I'm doing is traveling now, like we want to get on and pop in. And I just
Yeah,
like enjoy making the videos, taking the videos. It's like a glorified photo of your vacation and you can kind of set the vibe. So yeah, all my
totally.
handles are Dakota Etheridge, so make sure that you pop in on there and support and share.
I love that. So they can just on YouTube search Dakota Etheridge and you're there.
That's all you got to do. Hopefully nothing else comes up, nothing bad, but you know.
We we love that. Yeah, you can also follow me on YouTube. I'm about to start making some content as well. Um, I have a vlog in mind that I think I'm going to start filming tomorrow. So, yeah, please follow me. I think it's just Katie Henry. You can search. It's definitely linked through my Instagram. So if you go to my Instagram, link in bio, you can follow me there. Other than that, please ghost or be ghosted.
Mhm. Love
Have a
that.
good one.
Bye.